Hey guys, VR Nosy here. I am today going to do a video on some awesome accessories for the Oculus Quest. So there is a 64 gigabyte version and the 128 gigabyte version. All of these accessories will work with both. There's really, as far as to which way you go, it's kind of up to you. I preferred to go for the 64 gigabyte and spend more money on accessories as compared to going for the larger one. And on the 64 gigabyte, I still have a lot of room left. So that is actually my preference, but if you want the extra room, it is $100 more. So let's get into it and kind of kick off some of the accessories. I've done a video in the past talking about a lot of accessories that are a little bit more hard to find. These will be a little bit more common, but they're also accessories not a lot of people know about. So something that I found recently, and I just backed this product right here. So please note that this is on Kickstarter, and if you do choose to back this product, you're not purchasing the product, you're backing the product, and if it's funded, then hopefully we will get a product in the mail. They have already met their goal. So it says it is expected to ship around March, and I'm really hoping that I get this item. So what this actually is a counterbalance for the Oculus Quest. It actually goes around the outside of the headset, so you don't actually feel it inside the headset. And what it does is it allows for the front of the headset not to feel so front heavy, because unlike a computer-based PC VR headset, the entire, everything that makes the headset work is actually inside the Oculus Quest itself as a standalone system. So because it is a little bit front heavy, this will actually counterbalance that. And there's other options out there to do this, but I'm really liking this product from what I'm seeing online. I have not been able to test or get this product yet. As I said, I have backed it and I am looking forward to getting it. And if I do get it, I will definitely do a video on it and give you guys my impressions of it. So what he actually shows in his video here is that he undoes all the straps on the Quest, and it still sits perfectly balanced on his head. It worked with children and with adults. And anyway, I'll link this webpage here to the Kickstarter in the description. Go check out the video, see what you think if you like it. This might be an awesome thing to back on Kickstarter if you're looking for a good counterbalance for the Oculus Quest. And hopefully we get a product out of this. But I mean, again, on Kickstarter, you know, you're funding the innovation and hoping that we get a product out of it. So this is something to definitely keep your eye on if you've have a Quest or you've complained about it being a little bit front heavy. This right here will definitely be something to keep your eye on. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I've done a video on this in the past also, this is actually a audio solution for the Oculus Quest, and I've had this now for a couple of months, and so far I am absolutely loving it. There were some downsides, that the headphones themselves don't flip out and pop up, kind of like they do on the default Rift CV1 headphones, and that would be really its only major downside. But overall, I can tell you that after using this product for a few months, I cannot imagine my Quest without it anymore. The audio is amazing. It is definitely a premium set of headphones, and the brand is a very big quality brand. It is based in Germany, so if you order this, know that it will be shipping from Germany, and it might take a little while to get through customs and get into the US or wherever you are purchasing this from. But they make this for the Rift S also, so if you are on a Rift S platform or something, you can definitely still get this. But I highly recommend this if you want the absolute best. The big, in terms of audio, and the biggest wow factor to this compared to other audio solutions is that you don't have to put on other headphones, have cords dangling in your way. You simply put on the headset and bam, you have amazing audio. It's got great bass to it, and great bass. Yeah, it has really good bass. And you don't have to charge the headphones or anything. They just work right out of the box once you plug it in. I'm a big fan of this. I don't know how I ever used my Quest without it now. I'm absolutely loving it. It is very pricey at 149 euro, 165 US dollars. So, you know, it's going to depend on if you're willing to spend that much. But if you are, I would go for the 64 gigabyte Quest, and I would then put that extra money toward a good audio solution like this, because you can't beat it. I can promise you, you cannot beat this. There will be some other headphones similar to this coming out here in the near future, and if and when they release, I'll be happy to put out some information on them. I think they will be a little bit cheaper than these, and they are similar in the fact that they clip on and kind of stay on the headset. But right now, this is the only solution out there that I found that seems to be premium quality sound. So the next thing I will talk about is, if you don't want to spend that much money, and these are actually on sale right now for $40, I used these with my Rift CV1 when my headphones went out on my Rift CV1, and I've used these on my Oculus Quest, and I did absolutely love these headphones. They also have really good bass to them. You can actually control the level of the bass as well as the sound. And they also come in with the built-in mic if that interests you, but that's optional. You can pop it in or pop it out. The only downside to these headphones is you do have to charge them, and once you get them charged up, you just turn them on and you're ready to go. So if you're looking for a really good audio solution at an affordable price, I highly recommend the Stealth 350 VR headphones. Again, I will link everything I'm doing in this video down in the description below. The next thing I'm going to talk about is one of the best things about the Oculus Quest is how modifiable it is, how it can be modded many different ways. So this is actually one thing that I have not done personally, but a lot of people really like the Vive Deluxe audio strap on the Oculus Quest, and it's being dubbed the Franken Quest. And so the only X factor right now is that Vive has recently discontinued the original Vive, and as part of that, they have now also discontinued the Vive Deluxe audio strap, which is making them harder and harder to find. And so there are still plenty of accessories out there for being able to mod your Oculus Quest with a Vive Deluxe audio strap and to be able to attach it. You can find those anywhere from eBay to Amazon to other sites out there that you can find. And so if you're looking for one, this is right here. eBay is probably going to be your go-to. This is actually still priced pretty fairly. They kind of skyrocketed in price after they discontinued it. The only downside to this one here is it looks like it does not have the built-in audio that originally came with the Vive Deluxe audio strap. This is a used Vive Deluxe audio strap. But the upside to that might be that you could use your own audio solution. So the reason people are doing this is because right out of the box, the headset is a little bit front heavy, and the audio solution that came with the Quest, the little speakers on it, wasn't something a lot of people were in favor of. And so the Vive Deluxe audio strap really helped with the comfort, and it had a built-in audio solution. So this right here, if you can get your hands on one still, it might be for you. If you don't want to mod your Quest, then something like the first solution that I showed you over here, with the VR Balance on Kickstarter, might be something you want to try and get your hands on down the road. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is your facial interfaces for the Oculus Quest. The default Oculus Quest facial interface is kind of like a soft foam, and it's not necessarily uncomfortable, but if you sweat in VR playing games like Beat Saber, it's going to get kind of nasty after a little bit, and you're going to either have to wash it or try to figure out a way to get the stink off. It's really gross if you let your friends use your headset and there's not really a way to clean it when you go back into the headset. AMVR's solution is actually really nice. I find it pretty comfortable. I really like all of AMVR's stuff. I don't think I've got anything from AMVR that I didn't like. So this is definitely something that I would recommend if you're looking for a really good solution to a facial interface that you can easily clean. The only time I'm not the biggest fan of this is for long periods of wear, like movies and things like that. I find that sometimes I feel like it's starting to burn into my face. But for games where you're sweating and whatnot, this is a perfectly suitable and very comfortable facial interface. So the next one that I will talk about is probably my favorite facial interface that I've actually found, and it's called the FaceVillus foam replacement for Oculus Quest. It is $18.99. It looks like there's a coupon here to save an extra 10%. This is kind of more of a little bit of an unknown facial interface on the Oculus Quest, but I've had mine now for about a month, and it is my go-to primary facial interface now, especially for things like in big screen when I'm watching movies or when I'm not being as active. It's not something I recommend for sweaty sessions like Beat Saber. For that, I would use the AMVR maybe, or something, another faceplate that you can wipe down. But this right here is extremely comfortable, and they don't make this claim, but something that I've noticed is that it actually allows my face to get closer to the lenses, which improves my field of view, the FOV. And so this will be put on a little bit differently than the other facial interfaces that you'll see, like the AMVR or the standard one that came with the Quest. It actually comes with these little stickers that you will permanently place into your Quest. It will not prevent you from attaching any other type of facial interface, or you won't even ever notice it's there. It's not going to hurt your Quest in any way, shape, or form. But it's kind of like a Velcro, and what it allows you to do is to stick the Villus foam onto the Quest, and that is why your eyes are closer to the lenses. And again, to me, that seems like it's improving the field of view. Comfort-wise, to me, it's a 10 out of 10. I find it the most comfortable facial interface for the Oculus Quest that I've used. You can wash it by hand, but if you do wash it by hand, be aware that it might take off a little bit of the villus every time you wash it. So if you want to get this, know that I would use this more for like movie watching or really kind of calm things that you do in VR where you're not moving around and sweating. But I have used it with Beat Saber, and no matter what I'm doing, I always find it comfortable, and I absolutely love this. The next one would be the Silicone Mask for VR. There's a lot of different brands of this on Amazon. This one is probably my favorite because it actually has a little cutout right there for the sensor that activates when you wear the headset. And the reason for this is that that way when you take off the headset, it don't stay on and think you're still in VR and keep your the headset display on. It'll actually shut off when you remove the headset. They've got multiple different colors here. You've got red, green, gray, blue, and black. There are more expensive ones and less expensive ones on Amazon, but this is a really good one to go with, and this would be my recommendation. The nice thing about these is that they are also, like the AMVR, easy to wipe down. I personally don't find this as comfortable as the AMVR, but where this is really nice to have, especially at an $11.59 price point, is that when your friends use VR, this is extremely easy to pop on. It only really works with the default Oculus Quest facial interface, but it's really easy to pop on there, and when your friends use VR, this is what I put them on to use, so that way if they get sweaty, I can easily wipe it down, and it's really not them sweating on my other facial interfaces. So I highly recommend getting one of these no matter what else you get, because you will find a use for it when people want to try your Quest, or you're just getting sweaty and you want something easy to wipe down. This is a really good, very affordable solution. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is charging docks for the Oculus Quest and or just stands and displays. You're going to want something to be able to keep your Oculus Quest. This is actually something that hasn't been released yet. I'd like to get my hands on one, and if I do, I will definitely do a review on it. Basically, it allows you to store your Oculus Quest and charge it at the same time. So when this releases, you'll be able to pick it up here on Amazon. But as of right now, I don't think this is actually out yet, which is why it says currently available. The next one is an illuminated charging VR stand. It can be used with multiple different headsets. I think this actually looks pretty cool. It does not charge your Oculus Quest, although you are able to run a cord up to it. I think you actually, so yes, it does have a place that I think you can run power to the stand, and then you can plug a cord into your stand and then into your headset to charge. So it kind of charges, I guess. So this is something that you might be interested in if you want, you have a lot of those like RGB lights and things around your setup. This might be something you'd be into. And at $29.99, it's not, I don't feel like that's priced too high. This is another one right now. This one is actually out. There's only one left in stock. This is another charging dock, very similar to the AMVR one that they're coming out with, but if I had to go between the two, I think I would go with AMVR just because I really like all their stuff, although this one is already out, so this would be an option that you could look at once probably they get more back in stock. This one here I find to be a little bit more elegant. It is not a charging dock, but I find it to be a very elegant stand. So at $39, it's actually a little bit more pricey than some of the charging docks and some of the other ones we looked at, but it kind of depends on your setup and what kind of stand you're looking for. And I will note that most of these will also work with the controllers, and that's something that you're going to want unless you plan on hanging your controllers on the wall. So the next thing I want to talk about real quick is recently Oculus came out with something called Oculus Link. And while the Oculus Quest is a standalone headset, it's kind of now more so being dubbed even by Oculus as their first all-in-one headset. And what that means is that while they have an Oculus Rift headset, that works with a computer. And there are other manufacturers out there of headsets like HTC Vive and the Valve Index that put out PC VR headsets. Most of those headsets are a lot more expensive, what they do is they connect to a gaming PC, and your PC has to be capable of running like a Rift or a PC VR headset. You can check for the minimum specs on the Oculus website to find out what those minimum specs are if you already have a gaming PC and you want to see if you're capable of running PC VR games over your Oculus Quest. So this is a rather new feature, but actually what it allows you to do is to play PC VR games with your Oculus Quest. You simply connect the USB-C cable, the USB-C 3.0 cable to your headset, to your computer, and bam, now it's basically an Oculus Rift, and you can play all the PC VR games. I've tried the Party Link cable. I have one. I vouch for it. I absolutely love it. It works great. I have also ordered the official Oculus Link cable, which I'll show you here in a second. It's actually also now out, and you can order it on the Oculus website. But why would you go with this one? Why the third-party one? Well, it is a lot cheaper. However, Oculus Quest is so popular that they've been, sold out for a few months now over the Christmas season, and the Oculus Link cables are also getting harder to come by. So Party Link has been sold out, but you can find this on Amazon or maybe eBay. And if you're lucky enough to get one, this is a really good option. On Amazon, it was only around $22. I think I paid around $40 for mine off of eBay. The other option that you can basically look at is going to be on the official Oculus site. So you'll come here, click on Quest, and then once you click on Quest right here, you will come over here to where it says Accessories, and you will actually see the very first thing here is the Oculus Link headset cable. And the official cable is $79. Now, why would you pay $79 for the official Oculus Link headset cable? Well, it's got a lot of benefits to it in terms of what it can transfer, in terms of the transfer rate and power and whatnot. And so with this being the official cable, you're probably going to get the absolute best resolution and frame rate and everything being transferred across. But I've tried both cables, and as of right now, I haven't seen a big difference. Although I have some friends who have both cables also, and I have not tried Steam games. They say Steam VR games do not run well with the Party Link cable, but they run very smooth with the official Oculus cable. And one of the things that stand out about the official Oculus cable is it's actually a fiber optic cable. So that's why you're paying that premium price there. But if you're looking for a more affordable solution, the Party Link cable works extremely well, and I would highly recommend it if you're not wanting to dish out the premium price for the official cable. Now, one thing I'll note, and I'm not sure that Oculus Link still will work with USB-C to USB-A, but I had problems getting this little USB-C to USB-A connector to work. What I actually ordered was this one right here, and it worked absolutely flawlessly. This is an amazing USB-C to USB-A converter, and if you're looking for one, whether it's for the Quest or something else, this right here is a really good option to go with. And so the next thing is cleaning your Oculus Quest, the lenses. So Oculus actually recommends for all of their VR headsets that you do not put any liquids on the actual lenses themselves. And this includes things like lens wipes for your glasses that you can pick up at the local stores, or if you go to the eye doctor, sometimes they will give you a spray to clean your glasses with. You do not want to use that on your Oculus Quest lenses, or any Oculus headset for that matter. You only want to use a microfiber cloth with your headset to clean the lenses. Now, I've used the standard ones, and sometimes I feel like I still have a little bit of a smudge on there, or don't always quite clean it as perfect as I want. I really always wanted some form of a liquid on there to clean it, and I couldn't do that. So I went looking for a really kind of high-end type of microfiber cloth, and what I came across and found through a lot of recommendations was this one right here, and at around $7. I mean, it's priced fairly, and I have noticed that for me personally, this is the best microfiber cleaning cloth I have ever came across. I now use it to clean my glasses. I use it to clean my VR lenses. It works amazing on the VR lenses. There is literally no smudge or anything left. What you do is you actually clean with the sort of like the gray side. You want to use that in a circular motion, starting at the center and then working outwards. You want to use that. That picks up all the dust and everything. Then you want to flip it over, and you want to use this camo side here to go over the lenses in the same circular motion, and that kind of like polishes it and makes it like even better. So honestly, when I clean my glasses with this, it comes out as clear as if I used like some kind of glass cleaning wipes, or that were wet, or a cleaning solution. And so this is a very good option for cleaning your lenses. This is really the only thing I recommend for cleaning your lenses. And at this price point, if you're going to get a Quest, I highly recommend that you pick up one of these. And so moving on, I actually I have not tried these. I have thought about getting them. So I owned an Oculus Rift, the CV1, back in 2016. I still have it today. And one of the problems that I've had is my play area is kind of small. And so a lot of times I actually hit my closet door. And the Oculus Rift CV1 touch controllers, the loop went around the bottom on those, they seem to me to be a little bit more sturdy than the newer Oculus touch controllers. But I had marks all over it from hitting my closet and whatnot, and so over time they started looking kind of beat up. The Oculus Quest, with it being able to be played in larger areas, I don't run into as many issues with that. Although if I use it over Oculus Link, I'll be back at my computer station, in which case I have hit my closet a couple times. The Quest and Rift S touch controllers are a little bit more prone to snapping and breaking, it seems like, than the first original Oculus Rift CV1 touch controllers, where the ring went around the bottom. So I see pictures on Facebook of people posting their broken controllers. Don't get me wrong, this ain't a common thing, but if you slam your controller into, like a wall or something, there is always that chance it could break. So what this is going to do is it's actually going to help protect your Oculus Quest controllers, so that maybe they don't break, as well as they won't get scuffed up and everything. If you do happen to hit something, even if they weren't going to break, you may not want them getting all scuffed up. So this might be something you want to order ahead of time, before your Quest comes in, so that they stay looking new. So as far as grips go, I want to talk about that next. I had ordered one, it was a 3D printed one, and I was not a fan of it. And shortly after, I found AMVR. I really kind of liked their stuff. I ordered the AMVR touch controller grips for Oculus Quest and Rift S, and I absolutely love them. They are extremely comfortable. They're not hard to put on. I will try to do a review of these later on, where I actually show you how to put them on and how they work. I still haven't done that, and I've literally had these grips for a few months now. But they aren't hard to put on. They are very comfortable. They kind of have a piece of silicone that runs around the inside band that makes it kind of stick to your hand. It also helps with comfort. So if you've seen the Valve Index controllers, also being dubbed Knuckles, this kind of allows for that same type of freedom of movement with your hand with the Oculus Quest touch controllers, and the fact that you can actually open up your hand and let go, and you won't drop the controller. And so it makes throwing things and things like that a lot easier, but they're also very comfortable. The Oculus touch controllers by default are also very small. They almost feel like they were made for like a child's hands, and so This kind of adds a little bit of girth to the controller. It makes it a little bit easier to hold for adult hands. And it totally would still be usable by a child if you have children using your Oculus Quest, or if you bought one for your son or daughter. But I highly recommend these. These are extremely comfortable. I have not tried another one called the AMVR Grip Touch Controller, which these are a lot of times compared to, but a lot of people that I've talked to and that have basically tried both say these are better due to the fact that the other ones actually have like a little bungee cord and that wraps around your hand, and these are a lot more comfortable with that little rubber strap that's got the silicone on the inside. So I highly do recommend these if you're looking for good grips. Another one that's fairly popular, I have a friend who has these. He says he vouches for them. He absolutely loves them. He does not have the AMVR ones like I do, but he said that these work very well. I do like that they kind of look like they were just made to go with the Oculus Touch controller. What I don't like about these is that I have to actually remove the lanyard that came with the Oculus Quest that I put around my the wrist straps to actually apply this to the Oculus Touch controller. And I don't have to do that with the AMVR grips. But both of these could be really good options if you're looking for a grip for your Oculus Touch controller. Now, I will note that between that and this one, this one is a little bit more expensive. So keep that in mind when you make your decision. The next thing I'll show you, so one of the most popular games right now on the Oculus, in fact, in VR in general, is Beat Saber. If you haven't heard of Beat Saber, you've been living in a cave, but it's basically a music rhythm game where you kind of hold things that look like lightsabers and you slash blocks to the rhythm of music, and they have arrows on them, and you slash them in the direction and based on the color of the block and your lightsaber color sword that you're using. So it's an extremely popular game. So this is the AMVR Beat Saber grips, the AMVR dual handles gamepad for Oculus Quest or Rift S is what it's actually titled here. I actually just did a review on these, so check out my channel with my other videos if you would like to see what I thought of these. Now, I will note that one thing that is a little bit of a downside is with this, you also have to take off the battery cover and the original lanyard wrist strap that came with it to apply these. But if you play long sessions in Beat Saber, I do totally recommend this. It does make a little bit of a difference for you. The next thing I want to talk about actually is just kind of right now getting, I think there are pre-orders in, and but they will be available for regular purchase, I think come late February. You can actually purchase them right now, but they will ship from China if you order it now. But late February, they will actually just be shipping USPS and won't take as long, and the shipping cost won't be as high. I did contact them to verify that, because right now if you order it, the shipping is $20, which is a lot for shipping. But they said in the future, late February, it will not be that much for shipping anymore, and it will just be shipped USPS. So you might want to hold off on this for another month, unless you really just want to get your hands on one. So the two things here that they have, one is called the VR Shell. I am actually really looking forward to getting one of these. So what it does is it actually will protect the front of your headset. So if you bump your head against a wall, or really into anything, or even with the controllers, you bump the front of the headset, it will sort of protect the front of your Quest, and it will also help with keeping your headset clean and dust free. So I will link this also in the description below. I think this right here, out of all of the options that are out there right now, this is probably the best one for this type of product. That I have not tried this, so I can't 100% recommend it, but just based on research and from what I've seen right now, this right here is the best way to go for this type of product. There are some silicone ones on Amazon that you can get that are going to be significantly cheaper. The other product is actually a battery pack made for the Oculus Quest. It says it's optimized for Oculus Quest, and basically what this will do is this will go on the very back of your headset. Now, I will note that this will kind of act probably as a counterweight for your Oculus Quest, and you would not be able to use this product and this product at the same time. So that's something to keep in mind. Is that if you're going to use this battery pack, you wouldn't be able to use, like the counterweight on the back at the same time. But this right here will extend your gameplay while you're playing wirelessly, and I think this will be a game changer. The Quest has about a 2-hour lifespan before it dies, and you have to charge it again. So this will definitely give you extra time to play on your Quest. Now, one thing I'm going to talk about real quick is that there are, as I mentioned a while ago, other competitors out there. And this says, for this one here, it says it's providing up to 8 hours of VR gaming. So I think that this right here is actually going to be the premium best solution for a battery pack. You don't have to have, like, one you bought from Walmart, like Velcroed onto the back of your headset. This will look pro, and I think, if you care about it all, kind of what you look like in VR, this right here is going to probably be the go-to. I want to talk real quick, though, about something. There is a competitor to this. I've done a few videos on them. I did purchase both of their products, and I was not happy, and that is called VR Energy. And the only reason I'm showing you this is because I actually don't recommend them. And the reason I don't recommend them is I had a really bad experience with their company. Shipping times took about 3 months to get here. They messed up and shipped. I bought both of their products, and they actually shipped them separately because they messed up. And then on top of that, they arrived about a month apart. And on top of that, the whole process, once they shipped them, they had no idea where anybody's stuff was. So they have a protective cover here as well. I did not like this protective cover, and the reason I don't like it, if you notice right here how you have to Velcro below the strap, so the Oculus Quest, if you don't have one, these straps actually bend up, they bend forward. Well, you use that to find the sweet spot in VR when you're adjusting the headset on your face. You also use that to move that out of the way when you're inserting on facial interfaces, especially if you have earphones or something modded on the side, because you need to be able to get clear access to the where you would insert the facial interface. Well, you will no longer be able to move the strap at all hardly without using excessive pressure once you apply this. So if you have the Franken Quest, I've seen some videos where people thought it was okay, but I do not recommend this product at all. I would not even give this to my worst enemy. It really is going to cause you more problems than it is going to do you any favors. As far as their battery pack goes, it seems like it is acting as a counterweight, which they claim. It seems like it is giving me about 2 hours or so extra gameplay. But after watching quite a few reviews, it appears that this actually wasn't made for VR at all, but was actually a battery to a headlamp that they kind of modified and made it for the Quest, and it's not quite actually strong enough to power the Quest, which could potentially damage your Quest. And so I'm still using mine right now because I don't have any other options, but I do plan to get the Rebuff Reality battery pack and use that instead, because I'm a little bit skeptical of this battery pack. I don't, the company seemed very sketchy. The whole purchasing process was very sketchy. So I do not recommend this company. I do not recommend either of these products. And I'm showing you this because they are significantly lower in price than Rebuff Reality. But they offer very similar type products. And so if you're looking at one or the other, right now I would definitely go with Rebuff Reality. I would not consider getting anything from VR Energy, at least not right now. If their products and their company improves, I will definitely be the first to let you know. But right now, this right here would be where you want to go to if you're looking for a battery pack or a protective shell for your Oculus Quest. And then lastly, the reason I want to show you this is because I ordered the official Oculus case, and I loved it. It was a great case. But over time, I modded my Oculus Quest with the sound kit that I showed you over here. And, a lot of people have modded their Oculus Quest with the FaceVillus audio strap, as I mentioned earlier. And once I did that, once I modded my Quest with the audio solution over here, it would no longer fit inside of the actual official Oculus case anymore. So the same can be said with a lot of the Oculus cases out there, even on eBay, is that you can tell just by looking at them, there would not be room for my Quest to fit inside the headset with the mods on there. And so what's great about this particular case, the Bossman Travel Zip Case Handle Bag, which I also do actually in another review on a impressions video on my channel, if you want to go check it out, is basically it allows a modded Oculus Quest has plenty of room to fit inside of here. And this, if I was going to get a Quest, is the only travel case I would buy. And the reason I say that is because if you mod your Quest down the road, this is the only one that I found that will 100% hold your modded Quest. Basically, it has a compartment separator down at the bottom, so you can put accessories and things like that. I have plenty of room to hold both of the touch controllers, an Oculus Link cable, a facial interface, and my Oculus Quest in here. It doesn't make it very heavy, and while it's not a hard shell case, it's definitely enough to protect my Quest if I drop it inside the case or anything like that. Now, I wouldn't necessarily shove this in my trunk of my car and throw a jack on it, but you know, as long as you're taking care of your Quest and you're carrying this with you on a plane or over to a friend's, this is definitely a suitable solution, and you won't find a whole lot of other options if you have modded your Oculus Quest with anything really. So I highly recommend this case if you're looking for a travel case for your Oculus Quest and you've modded it or you plan to. And at the $25 price point, it's already about $20 cheaper than the official Oculus Quest case. So I highly recommend this, guys. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, if I've showed you a few things that you didn't know about, please like this video, share this video, and guys, if you found this helpful at all or you'd like to hear more from me in the future, please subscribe to my channel. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I provide as much information as I can for VR accessories, because right now I've noticed there's a lot of accessories out there for the Oculus Quest, even for Rift S, and there's just not a lot of information about them. Sometimes you find the ones that everybody's buying, you can find a review on it, but you don't really find good information on just a lot of the accessories out there. So I'm trying to provide as much as I can to people, for especially things I've already purchased and been able to verify that, yes, I love this product, I definitely would recommend it. And so subscribe to my channel if you'd like to get future content or if you found this helpful. And anyway, guys, this is VR Nosy. And until next time, or until I catch you again, see you around.